It feels, it drives, and it's unique like a Porsche. That's how the company is describing this, the all-new second-generation fully electric Porsche Macan. And we're here in Singapore for the global premiere. Let's check it out. At launch, the second-generation fully electric Porsche Macan is available in two variants, the Macan 4 and the Macan Turbo, with slight differences in its exterior design. But first, the new Macan is built on Volkswagen Group's new PPE platform, similar to the Audi Q6 e-tron. The body is longer, wider, taller, with a longer wheelbase compared to the first-generation model. At the front, daytime running lights now replace where the headlamps used to be, while the actual headlamps now sit at the bumper. At the rear, the Macan continues to feature a single light strip, although this new one is a lot slimmer and sleeker, much like the Porsche 911 with a 3D effect. As for the wheels, for now, it seems like there are two options, 21-inch and 22 inches in size. In terms of the tyres, you get either Michelin Pilot Sport EV tyres or Goodyear Eagle F1 Super Sport tyres. There are slight differences on the outside to distinguish the Turbo from the Macan 4. With the Turbo, the daytime running light fixture is designed differently, and so are the front bumpers, with more prominent horizontal and vertical slats on both corners. At the rear, it's even more obvious. The Macan Turbo has additional trims on both corners for a sportier look, while the Macan 4 has a cleaner, smoother appearance. The Macan has always been very practical, and the EV version is no different. You still get a really huge boot and a huge 84-litre front boot. Speaking of the front boot, you can now open it by simply moving your hand across the front emblem. How convenient! Overall, the new Macan not only looks sportier, more muscular with more pronounced rear arches, but like before, it looks equally as proportionate. As for performance, here are the figures for the Macan 4 and the Macan Turbo, and as you'd expect, they're as quick as you'd expect a Porsche to be. Can you imagine doing 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds with an SUV? That's even faster than the 911 C4S! The Macan will come with a 100 kWh battery offering over 600 km of electric range. By the way, with that battery size, it's even bigger than the one in the Porsche Taycan. The Macan can handle up to 270 kW DC charging and 11 kW AC charging. With DC charging, it can be charged up to 80% in about 20 minutes. Porsche says a single motor model will be introduced later on. Of course, this being a new car, you get new toys, and for this Macan, you get rear wheel steer, adaptive rear spoiler, frameless doors, and a new 2-chamber adaptive suspension system. Moving inside, the biggest difference lies in the center console. Unlike before, the controls and switches are grouped at the top, freeing up much more space for additional storage below the console. Otherwise, it's a rather familiar setting if you have seen new Porsches from recent years. What's not obvious is the sitting position, as Porsche says it is now lower by nearly 3 cm for a more connected feel with the car. Inside, if you have spent time in the petrol-powered Porsche Macan, this feels quite similar, but there are a few new updates. With the EV Macan, you now get Android Auto, you get more interactive ambient lighting, but what I think is the coolest, it comes with augmented reality head-up display. If you have used augmented reality in Google Maps, you will know what I'm talking about, and this should look really cool. At the back, legroom feels quite similar to the first generation Macan, although with this car being taller, it does feel like there is a little more headspace compared to before. Prices are not available for Malaysia just yet, so we'll not speculate, but what we do know is that the petrol-powered first generation Macan will still be available and will be sold alongside the all-new electric Macan. For more information on the all-new fully electric Porsche Macan, do log on to AutoBuzz.my.